So maybe for our listeners, as we're coming to an end to this, is, for them to take away is, I love what you said, kind of journal, take today, take tomorrow, and just go through your day and just have, your notepad on your phone open or whatever it is. And just when you're going through the day, stop a little bit and write down the emotion you're feeling and start to pay attention to that. And also, in addition to that, what do you enjoy in life? Try to list 10 things you enjoy. And it's like the littlest, tiniest thing. It could just be, making a cup of coffee and smelling it. And just because that gives somebody joy, it gives me joy. I love the smell of coffee
Well,
in the morning.
same,
You do
same.
too?
Yes.
I
My favorite.
know, right?
Like just a full sensory experience.
Oh, my son got me into that. And he would, when he's home, he makes his coffee every morning. And I just can't wait to smell that coffee. So that's joy for me. I all of a sudden get this feeling. And, to kind of pay attention to that and also have that list, because when you're in a mode of discombobulation, as I call it, go to that list. Go to that list and pick something you might want to do in that moment. That act of distraction to go to that alone will change how you feel.
100%. And that's great advice. I think keep the list on your phone because then you have it. We never go anywhere without our phones, unfortunately. And also, if you have trouble identifying feelings, I'm a huge fan of the feelingswheel.com. You go to feelingswheel.com. It's first of all, it's beautiful. It's like rainbow colored. But you can also just pick from it. And I think it can sometimes help because we can struggle to figure out like, what is this that I experience? What do I feel? And if for any journalers out there who are like, I don't know how to get started, I always tell people start with 3 questions and just answer these simply. And you can do it every day. What is something that I'm working on? So this could be something I'm struggling with, something, I don't know, it's tough. What is something I'm looking forward to? And I think it's really important for us to always be looking forward, always have hope for the future, because sometimes it can feel like we're so stuck, right? So what am I working on? What am I looking forward to? And what am I excited about today? And it doesn't have to be, you can go in any direction with those, but I always think sometimes it's just good to start with some simple prompts, some simple questions. Where are we? How are we doing? And hopefully that can at least give you a space to kind of vent because it gives you the space for like, what am I working on? Like what's not going so great and what's really good or what am I excited about? And I think that kind of helps us see both sides sometimes.
I think that's fabulous, fabulous advice to kind of end this podcast with. I think that's wonderful. And I'm hoping our listeners will have written all that down, but they'll hear it and then take notes. Yeah, so this is amazing. You have been just a wealth of information and just, I've so love your work. Keep doing what you're doing. I love it. It's so easy to understand, which I think is not easy to do. That just shows your genius, frankly, to make something complicated easy, right?
Yeah, it is tricky trying to make something that can be complex very simple and make it make sense for everybody.
So thank you so much, Katie. I
Of
love
course,
this.
thank you for having me. Such a
Oh,
pleasure.
have a wonderful day.
You too.